Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your August reading. I feel like there's going to be a lot of reflection and review. I feel like you're trying to reassess things in your life. The overall energy here is like there's foundational structures and systems and habits and behaviors and things that maybe up until now you've been really stubborn about, or you've been really stuck with, maybe connections, people, again, behaviors or habits that maybe you established a long time ago when you needed them, and now you're like, I don't really need to continue these habits or continue these relationships or continue these belief systems. Like maybe there was an established protection, or maybe you grew up with like a scarcity mindset or whatever, and now it's like you're really noticing that your identity is changing. I think this is connected to the South node now moving out of your sign. So it's out of Scorpio and it's into Libra. And you've been on a journey of like self-discovery and like deep self-discovery for the last like 18 months, probably a little bit longer also. But this overall like past year and a half with the South node in your sign has been a really informative. Like you've been finding out a lot about what makes you sort of tick, about your addictions, your cycles, your self-limiting beliefs. And now that all of that information has come up over the past, while, I feel like you have it and it's very clear. And now you're trying to figure out what to do with all of that information. So a lot of that is connected to your relationships, to who you are socializing with, what kinds of communities you connect with, what you do on the weekends, what you do with your spare time, who you spend your time with, what do those behaviors look like? Also your work, your relationship to food, sex, shopping, like everything, your relationship to money, because with the South node in Libra, now we have an opportunity to understand how our impulses and how our habits and how our routines have influenced our experience up until now. And now we can decide how we want to shift our intentions, our behaviors, our direction. And I feel like there's been a lot of, again, that awareness of everything that you want to be letting go of and clearing out. And like now we're moving into retrograde season. I believe in August we will have like 8 planets retrograde at the same time for a little bit, or there's like an overlap of sort of pre-shadow, post-shadow, and actual retrogrades happening. So the point is, this is a lot of like review, reassessment, realignment. And honestly, I have a lot of cards here that represent letting go, shifting gears, changing directions, like a 9 of coins reverse and a 10 of cups reverse. I feel like there are some relationships that maybe in the past they made you feel good about yourself, and now you're just like, if I continue to engage in these connections, like I've grown, I've matured, I've shifted, and these people or these projects are not keeping up. So like, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna just like continue to play small and like match your expectations of me. Like, it's like these other people, they want you to continue to be the same person you always were. So like they knew one version of you and they want you to stay that same version. And you're like, I don't want to stay this version. Like I've already grown, like I've already matured, I've shifted, and I want, to do different things with my life, with my career, with my habits, with my just lifestyle. And there's these other people that are like, but if you change and I don't change, then that's like a mirror, like reflecting back to me, wow, like you're maturing, you're growing, you're shifting, and like I don't want to. Does that mean there's something wrong with me? And it's like, it makes other people question their own behaviors, and like you making other people uncomfortable means what? That they're gonna project that onto you and make you uncomfortable so that you stay small and match their lifestyle choices or whatever, so that you remain the same version that they've always known you to be, So it's like, it's a little bit of the sticky energy. I feel like overall, there's a lot of opportunity here for healing. I have the star, so I feel like you have your eyes set on new goals, new visions, and it's like, go after all of these new things. With the North node in Aries, there's a lot of energy here connected to our new identity emerging, and we can't stay small. I have the Hanged Man reverse, and I have the Five of Coins here, and then there's a Five of Swords. So like, with a Nine of Wands. Okay. There's an opportunity for you to unstick yourself. So if you've noticed that you feel a little bit stuck with old habits, connections, communities, people, projects, work, whatever, like you for the next, few months have an opportunity to really detach from whatever has been blocking you, whatever has been holding you back. Like you now have an opportunity to drop it, clear it, and move forward with more freedom. But when you do that, it creates this energy of isolation, of feeling alone, feeling lonely, feeling sad maybe because the other people in your new reality, your new connections, your new friends, your new community, they haven't fully showed up yet. You haven't met them all. It's like, on a soul level that the universe will bring you a new reality and new connections, community, opportunities, business, expansion, everything. That. That's why you're ready to admit that like this old lifestyle, these old connections, projects, communities, whatever, like this is not really benefiting you now to the same, degree. So now you're ready to leave. And maybe you're not like fully leaving, but like you're just saying like, I need more. So I'm going to go look for more, and I'm going to like reprioritize all of these things in my life. So that's fine. You don't need to like cut off everyone. I mean, you're Scorpio, so maybe you will, but like, you don't need to like cut everyone off and like, like burn the house down and just destroy everything. It's like, it doesn't need to be that like violent and crazy. It can just be like you internally recognizing that you're like, I need to shift my priorities, and it's not these people or projects or whatever, right? So when you decide to do that and you communicate with the universe that that is your goal, beautiful. Then you have that middle period where it's like the shift happens. And when that shift is happening, we don't always see the results. We don't always see the new people, the new opportunities. So I feel like you're a little bit in this middle ground where you're headed towards new goals, you're headed towards new opportunities and connections, romance, friends, like everything. And there's a lot of potential expansion there. There's a lot of opportunity there, but you don't have all of it right now. Maybe there's some offerings coming. We're also in the middle of Venus retrograde, so it's like some things look better, and in a few months or a few weeks, you're gonna notice that you're like, oh, this is not really what I want. But maybe it's a stepping stone, or it's a new door that's opening and you go through it, and then later you find the right thing, but you need that door to open. So it's like, just go with it. Trust yourself, follow your intuition. I know that you see there's a lot of potential here, and you're right, and there's a lot of hope and excitement, but there's also a little bit of fear and anxiety and stress and worry about like, am I always gonna feel this lonely? Am I always gonna feel so isolated or so, sad maybe, or whatever it is? Get out of your head. Like, your foundation is changing. You need to just trust that it's changing for the right reasons. And there's other people that are coming. There's new invitations, but they're just not fully clear or here yet. I would suggest watching my Venus retrograde workshop because it includes a cord cutting. So I'm gonna help you clear your energy and just like cut a lot of these cords, because we can't expand and accept all these new connections when our energy field is so full with all the old cords that are still connected. So we need to like cut it off and like clear it out. We have a blank space, and then we can expand, right? So click on the link in my bio, take the Venus retrograde workshop. We also just had a full moon in Aquarius, which is a focus on like breaking free of these limiting beliefs, these like old limiting habits and behaviors and everything. It's like, we need to reinvent ourselves. And that is really helpful right now because, again, the nodes just shifted, and that North Node in Aries is asking you to establish yourself in new ways. Now, what's really important about that is that Aries is connected to Mars, and Mars is connected to Scorpio. So like, you have this sort of little extra oomph, you have little extra support right now because of your connection to Aries energy. Aries and you are both connected to the planet Mars. So when Aries gets activated, that Mars energy ramps up, which means you just kind of being connected to that Mars energy, you get this extra amped up support. So what's beautiful about that is because you just finished with the South Node in your sign, which was like challenging, it was tough, and a lot of deep transformation. And now with all of that awareness, you have for the next 18 months support from Aries because of the connection with Mars. So you have that support from this North Node in Aries. So again, if you can only afford or have time for like one workshop or something right now, I would suggest either the Venus retrograde one or the nodes workshop, because like you need to do something with this energy. If you're low on money or time, then just watch the full moon workshop. That one is donation based. You can pay whatever you want. But like, I think 20,000 people have already taken it. So it's like, use these resources, okay? Because there's a lot of shifting happening. There's a lot of also needing to focus on like the details and figuring out how to commit to new structures and new habits. Mars is in Virgo right now. And again, you are connected to Mars. So Mars in Virgo is asking you to get more focused on the specifics and the details so that you can establish better daily routines and habits, because small changes over time add up to big changes, right? So like, you know, like small changes every day equal big changes over time. That's what I was trying to say. So don't get stuck in your head. I've got this 8 of Swords here with the Devil. You may be your own worst enemy right now. You maybe will notice that through August, there's a little bit of this challenge with like, oh, I really want to go here, but I feel stuck here. And remember, you are a fixed water sign. So it's like your emotions, your connections, your loyalty, it's fixed energy. It's like ice. It's going to take you time to thaw out, become water again, move that water, and then get frozen, sort of recommitted, reconnected to a new person, project, habit, etc. So give yourself some time for that transition, but definitely use the resources that we have to support that transition. For you, I really think Venus retrograde workshop, the cord cutting, and the nodes would be amazing. Again, if you're low on money or time, you can also email us and we'll figure out how to get you the workshops. But that full moon workshop, we just had a full moon, and this is a super moon, and it'll be the first of 2 super moons in August, which is also very rare. That doesn't happen often. So use this energy, okay? It's still very powerful. It just happened a few days ago. So you can find everything on my website. The link is in my bio. Please let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Send it to another Scorpio. Share it on your Instagram story. These are free, so I support you. You support me. I love you, Scorpio. I'll see you very soon. Ciao.